Told you that it's over before it even began. Yeah, I only want the money, I'm not looking for friends. You know I'm all about my business, I've been counting these M's. I gotta get it how I'm living, cause we die in the end.
There's my verse. There's your verse. There's the universe. There's nothing like the Waves verse, baby. Welcome to the Waves verse. Brought to you by the What Up No Show Radio Network. It's your boy OG Tim Wilson in here with my crew. Of course, I got Big Ed and I got Waves. And this is the Waves verse where we are counting down to the greatest movie of all times. The tournament of movies continue. And we can't wait. This is fun. This is exciting. I'm pretty excited about how the final 8 is shaping up, and we're going to add one more movie to the final 8 tonight as we continue to move forward towards concluding what we feel is the greatest movie of all times. So with that said, let's introduce the crew. Big Ed, what's happening, man?
What's up, y'all? What's up? What's down? What's going on all around?
Joe Waves, what the deal is, man?
Hey, what's good, man? What's good? Man,
It's all good.
I just had my birthday this past Monday, and I'm just enjoying this week right now.
A happy birthday to all of y'all. That's for everybody else celebrated a birthday this week. I also want to say a quick shout out to my pops, man. My pops was a corporal in the Army in World War II. He was at Pearl Harbor, and December 7th, for those that don't know, is the anniversary of the Pearl Harbor. It's like, what, 35 years? The 35-year anniversary, something like that. 35 or 36 year anniversary of it's longer than that, a whole lot longer, ain't it?
A whole lot longer, because I just turned 35.
It's
Shit.
like 80.
It's like 65, 85, something like that. It's a lot of years. Because it was like 1945. So
yep.
It's been a whole lot of years. But anyway, December 7th was the anniversary for Pearl Harbor and the attack on Pearl Harbor. And I just want to say big ups and thanks to all the veterans. And we appreciate your service. And we salute you. And my dad was one. I was not a veteran. This is from my dad. My dad left me this hat, and so I'm wearing this in support of him and remembrance of my pops. And rest in peace, pops. You are my man. And rest in power for sure. And thank you for your service, and not only for your service to the armed forces, but your service to our family and everything you did to make sure you kept your family safe and your family whole. And that's that. On that note, are we ready to get this show started?
Let's get this bad boy started.
Oh man, I need to pour a shot. Hold up. God damn it.
He said, "Are y'all ready?"
This is OG's day to be discombobulated.
Yeah, he's having a big day, Big Ed day.
That's fucked up.
That ain't no shit, y'all. See, what they talking about, what y'all don't know, what y'all missed, is that we've had to start this show over because I started the show without recording and was going. I was rolling too. I was in it, and we wasn't recording, so we had to start all the way over back from the beginning. And now we did there, and I still ain't got my shot. All right, let's do this. That shit make me shiver. Yeah, I like it. So tonight it is time for us to move forward with which round is this? 5 or 6?
6.
This is round 6.
Round 6. So there's already 5 movies into the final 8. There's only 3 more. 3 more rounds, and then we into the final 8 to the Elite 8. And Waves, it is your show, man.
Yeah,
you want to recap?
I was just gonna say I'd like to recap and let everybody know who's our 5 in the top 8 right now. We have leading them all off Hotel Rwanda. Then we have Blues Brothers. Then Boys in the Hood, Black Panther, and last week's winner, Purple Rain.
It's shaping up, man. It really sounds like black people is doing this show. Uh,
Yeah.
so that said, how we gonna do it? We'll start with me and go clockwise first, like we do. So it go from me to Joe, and then the Big Ed.
Yep, and then on the second side of the bracket in the reverse order.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
All right.
So, Ways, get this party started, partner.
All right. Let's go ahead. First up, we have Sounder up against Waiting to Exhale.
Oh,
Very tough for me personally. So, a lot of people are not familiar with Sounder. Sounder was actually the first movie I ever saw in my life. And I cried like a baby. Well, I guess I was damn near a baby. I was a kid. But I cried like crazy at Sounder, man. So it has sentimental value to you. Waiting to Exhale was a great movie. I don't want to discount Waiting to Exhale, but Sounder has sentimental value to me. So I don't have it in me to go with Waiting to Exhale. I've got to go with Sounder, my first movie ever.
Absolutely. For me, Sounder is kind of. I'm a younger guy, so I don't really. Don't get me wrong. I watched Sounder. Didn't really resonate with me. It was a good movie, though. I will say that. Waiting to Exhale, though, was one of those movies growing up that I've watched numerous times. And to this day, I can still watch if it were to show up at any point. So my vote will go to Waiting to Exhale.
see, Wade thought he was finna make it hard on me. That's what that was. He thought he was finna make it hard on me. But I'm going with you, OG. I'm going with Sounder.
Ooh, right off bat, Waiting to Exhale is out.
It was Sounder was one of those movies where, okay, I had a history teacher, and for some reason in history, they made us watch Old Yeller, but then they made us watch Sounder with it.
Okay.
And yeah, it was one of those movies I was made to watch, but I was glad I was made to watch it.
Okay. Well, this next match starts up with me. And speaking of Old Yeller, we have Old Yeller versus Jaws.
Oh, classic cinemas, man.
Man.
It's funny you watch Jaws now, how fake it looks, but back then, man, it had everybody terrified. We were scared to go into the water, and for some reason, shark attacks started happening after Jaws. It's crazy. It's like they saw the movie.
They're like, "Hey, that's me."
These people are easy to eat.
It's the real shit. It's the real shit. Y'all on that fake shit. This how it really go down. Oh, Yeller is such a classic, though, man. Oh my God. The two dog movie classics go in, or I'm gonna go with Jaws. What the hell? I'm gonna go.
Oh,
was it on me?
No, it was not.
It was on Wade's first.
Oh, it is on Wade. Why y'all let me do that, man?
Now, I will say, I absolutely love both of these movies. The Jaws franchise. Okay, not the Jaws franchise. The first Jaws movie, I absolutely love. Old Yeller, though, that's. I'm going to use the C word. That is an absolute classic. And Jaws is same thing. It's one of those it's labeled as a horror film that you would never suspect to be a horror film because it is not dark. It is not gritty like that. It is a very bright and vibrant movie that happens to have a lot of killing by a shark.
It had motherfuckers scared to swim, go to the beach, and that kind of stuff. Damn, it changed movies and changed people's lives.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, I live in Minnesota. I ain't nowhere near an ocean, but I was deathly afraid to go into the motherfucking lake because of Jaws. But I have to go to Old Yeller because I am a dog person, and the emotional ties to fucking Old Yeller for me is way too deep.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go against my mom on this one, and because Jaws was one of her favorite movies, and I'm gonna have to go with Old Yeller.
Well, you know what? Y'all convinced me. I'm going. It's a clean sweep. I'm going Old Yeller. There we go. So there we go. I talked my way through it. Talked my way out of it.
All right, Big Ed, you are next to start us off.
It was the fact that I went out of turn meant Jaws wasn't meant to be for me.
Hey, I love both of those movies. So you see, I had to talk myself through that. All right, I got for this next matchup we have Dead Presidents versus Stripes.
Ooh.
That's a surprisingly tough little matchup.
Yeah.
I'm going with Bill Murray and Harold Ramis and Stripes.
OG.
Oh man, I really hate to do this, man, but you know I'm repping the day, right? You see, I'm repping the day. I gotta go with Stripes too. Razzle dazzle.
Yo, Dead Presidents was fucking dope. I cannot name a single time where I do not see the goddamn makeup and everything they wore for the face paint and everything as a Halloween costume. But Stripes. I have to go Stripes because that movie, you want to talk about a classic? There you go. Oh, this next matchup. I'm happy y'all don't have a visual of these brackets because this next one, OG, it starts with you. The Exorcist versus Us.
Ooh. Versus what?
Us.
Us was extremely interesting. I'm not an enormous fan of either one of these movies, ironically. I mean, surprisingly. People might be surprised to hear that. Exorcist. Us was extremely interesting. I love the twist at the end. The twist at the end is so complex. I know people that missed it.
Mm-hmm.
When I told them the next day that you did, they were like, I didn't notice that. I mean, the twist is so crazy that people actually missed it. It was a little creepy too.
Mm-hmm.
The Exorcist was like a game changer for what it meant to cinema as a whole. I have to go with The Exorcist.
Okay. See, for me, this is a little tougher because both of these movies I absolutely hate. To me, I consider both of these movies classics. The Exorcist, like you said, is a game changer. It brought a whole new dimension to horror films, much like Jaws did in the previous matchup. And then Us. Besides Candyman, it took a long time for black cinema to have a true horror film that we can all relate to. And Us, like you said, that complex ending of the movie that made you have to sit here and rethink about that entire damn movie to truly understand what you are seeing and what you are experiencing it for the ending of that movie. That, not even just as a black cinema thing, that is next level. That brought horror and thriller genre to a whole different level, and it really made you think. I would have to go with Us, just due to that fact.
See, I gotta go. with the one that both of you guys have referred to as a classic. And I don't think Us has enough years to be a classic yet. So I'm going with The Exorcist.
Ooh wee. You know what? I couldn't be mad at that at all. Both of those movies deserve to move on. I'm a little upset the random selection chose those two to go against each other.
Yeah.
This next matchup's really interesting because they are definitely not in the same genre. We have The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock, versus I Got the Hookup.
It's on you, Waves.
Oh shit.
Ain't getting me again.
Uh-huh. I growing up, I Got the Hookup was one of the best shits out there. Then as a teenager, when I was in my I got into literature and all that. So I was really into Edgar Allan Poe and all that. And then I discovered closest thing to those types of poems and everything was Alfred Hitchcock movies. And The Birds really threw me for. I'm going to put it like this. To this day, if I see a bunch of birds hanging on a line, I get nervous as shit. I have to go with The Birds on this one.
To me, it's no contest. I'm going with The Birds. Hey, I Got the Hookup has no reason going against The Birds at all.
Two movies that's not in the same class. I have to agree with that, Big Ed. I mean, it's not even in the same conversation. Yet here we are conversing about them in the same breath. So because they face off, I have to do that. I have to talk about them. Similar to you, Joe, I don't get afraid when I see a bunch of birds, but every time I see a bunch of birds gathered, I think about that movie. It doesn't creep me out like it did back then, but back then, birds scared the shit out of me because of that movie. But I couldn't stop watching it. It was a movie that creeped me out, scared the shit out of me, made me scared of birds. And every time it came on, I wanted to see it again and again and again because I just wanted to see these birds scare me. But a real short note on I've Got the Hookup. It was the first movie that I saw my homie Tommy Chun in. Tommy Chun and I are real close friends. In fact, he randomly, ironically, called me 2 days ago. And we sat on the phone and talked for like 2 hours and some change because it had been so long since we got a chance to just sit up and kick it. We had a lot of catching up to do. And we sat on the phone. We literally sat on the phone for about 2 hours because I even had to look at my phone. Like, how long have I been talking to this nigga? It was like 2 hours and 17 minutes we sat up on the phone talking. Good friend of mine. He had a very, very intricate part in this movie. So he's seen. You see the movie, you see Tommy Chun. There's no doubt about it. And it was my first time seeing him in a movie, even though he was telling me that he had done some other stuff. He was doing stuff. And I hadn't seen any of it. And then I saw that. I didn't even know he was in it. And I was sitting there like, oh, shit, that's Tommy Chun. And so it was exciting for me. So it has a little bit of a sentimental value. But I agree with Big Ed. I'm just going to go back to it and be true to it. It has no business being in the same conversation with The Birds. It's just not in the same class.
No.
Yeah, not in the same. No, absolutely not. So yeah, The Birds move on by a landslide to me.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Really, any Alfred Hitchcock movie was those types of movies that really kind of put my head on a swivel because they were so, I guess, realistic. Because they involve such realistic situations like The Birds. All right, moving on to our next matchup. Another very interesting matchup that are on two different genres. We have the Alien franchise up against Man on Fire. Starts with you, Big Ed.
I'm gonna go Man on Fire.
Aliens is a great movie, man. The first two were fantastic. The first one was so freaking intriguing, and it was like impossible to understand that there was only people don't realize the first one was called Alien, and the second one was called Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to call them 1 and 2 because in the first one there was just one of these motherfuckers,
Mm-hmm.
and it wiped out everybody.
Yeah.
It wiped out every fuck. And that little motherfucker jumped out their stomach and was, bro, that was the craziest shit I had ever seen in a movie. And then the second one, when the alien get right into Jonah Reeves' face, like, the only reason I know her name is because of Aliens. It made her career. Great movie, man. Aliens, it's a shame for Aliens to be going up against such a powerhouse right now, but just over the weekend, I happened to be flipping channels, and guess what was on? I watched Man on Fire, and when I tell you that is my favorite Denzel movie of all times, he is the coldest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, the brother said, I wish you had more time. Man, come on. He cut the dude's finger off and stopped the bleeding with a car cigarette lighter. Bow! We talking some straight up dastardly shit I ain't never seen. Man on Fire is gonna be a tough out for me. I'm telling you, it's a shame that Alien go up against this because Alien is better than a lot of movies that's been in this field, and it's a shame for it to go out first round. But it is up against a fucking 1 seed right now.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, my vote will go to Alien just because I think it does deserve that kind of a respect. It was definitely a hell of a movie. And after the second one, I didn't really get vibe with the rest of the movies, but then Prometheus came out. And Prometheus was like, oh shit, they went back to the fucking origins.
Yeah. 1 and 2 were great. So Alien goes down first round.
Man on Fire moves on.
Hey man. And deservingly so. I'm sorry. That's a good ass movie, man.
Yeah.
That's a good ass fucking movie.
Yeah, it is.
I was just watching that shit, dude. I was like, and I was saying that the whole time it was playing, I thought about us. And I was saying, did we get Man on Fire? I sure hope this is in the field. Because I didn't remember whether or not it was in. I said, I know I had to say this movie. If nobody else did, I had to. This is, because, man, that's a good ass fucking movie. I ain't lying. That's a fucking, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. Next up, starts with UOG.
Uh-oh.
We have Ghost versus Pretty Women.
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. Yeah, my bad.
And Ghost is with Swayze and
Demi Moore. And Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi. Yeah. Good movies, man. Ghost is actually a really good movie. It was funny. They called it the lesbian scene when Whoopi was playing the ghost when he was kissed Demi, but they didn't show you. They showed Demi kissing him, but in reality, you know that he was actually her. So it's like it's borderline a lesbian scene. I thought that was an interesting twist when I saw that comment. And it's up against what?
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. Great movie, man. Two really good movies, man. Very very, very girl-friendly movies, but really good movies.
Yeah.
Almost guilty pleasures to an extent. I'm gonna go with Pretty Woman. I kind of liked Richard Gere and that he was the coolest. He was a cool motherfucker, even though he was paying this bitch big money to be his woman for the weekend. I liked Pretty Woman. I'm gonna go with Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman was a good movie. I like them both, but I'm going pretty. I'm going if they were both on. I'll put it that way. I liked both, but if they were both on, I would watch. And I had to pick and choose. I would watch Pretty Woman over Ghost.
For my pick, I didn't really dig Pretty Women or Woman. I didn't really dig Ghost either. I'll be honest. They're neither really are my taste in movies. So it comes down to one certain factor, and that is that at this time, one of the most beautiful black women I have ever seen in a movie would have to win this, and that would be Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg.
Wait a minute.
Don't try to act like Whoopi Goldberg back in the day was not one of the most beautiful black women in movies.
I'm not going there with you either, Joe. I'm not there, but Ghost was a really good movie. I thought about that recently though, because I was thinking about the scene when they were. It's funny. I was just thinking about this movie today. Even though I haven't seen it in years, the scene when he was on a bus and he was because I know what happened. I was having lunch and I had a paper bag sitting on the desk, and the air blew from down there, and the bag moved by itself. And I thought about that scene in Ghost when they was making shit move, and I was like, "Oh shit, this that movie Ghost just happened to me today." But yeah, no, I'm not there with you. I'm not there with you on Whoopi. No.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Hey,
but
all good.
But this one's gonna come down to sentimental reasons for me. Both of them were my grandma's favorite movies, and when grandma was going through her chemo and stuff, she would watch all of her favorite movies all day long, and these two came up many times. But Pretty Woman came up more times than Ghost. So I'm gonna have to go with Pretty Woman.
You know what? I'm going to say I agree with you, Big Ed. I think the right movie moved on. I think both of these are very good movies. And yes, it's not everybody's taste, especially for the brothers. They're both kind of female, but I kind of like these kind of movies. I don't know why. I always had a spot for these romantic comedy type flicks. But I thought I think looking at them both, Pretty Woman is a better movie than Ghost, even though they're both great.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're both great films.
This is the last matchup of the first round of this side of the bracket. Starts with me. We have Caddyshack versus The Crow, starring Brandon Lee.
And it starts with me.
It starts with me.
Oh, okay.
For me, both of these movies, I absolutely love both of these movies. I can't even lie. You know, to me, I think The Crow is more of a cult classic where people are like, "Oh, Brandon Lee," but they have no idea who the fuck Brandon Lee actually is. You know what I mean? Whereas the Caddyshack is just, you know, everybody in fucking Caddyshack. For me, I have to go with Caddyshack just because it's always been more my speed. The Crow I've always enjoyed, but not as much as Caddyshack.
Well, I'm going with Bill Murray in Caddyshack. Cause man, him and that goddamn gopher. Bill Murray in that gopher is the most hilarious thing I have ever seen in any movie ever.
That was a very pathetic impression of Bill Murray, by the way. I would just like to point out. But yeah, it's a clean sweep. It's not even close for me. Caddyshack is belongs in the. Caddyshack is a classic. I think The Crow's a good movie, but Caddyshack is a classic. Moves on.
All right, Big Ed. Here we go. It's a dog eat dog world here. We have for this beginning of the second round.
I got what you. I know where you're going with that.
For this second round of the first side of the bracket, we have Sounder versus Old Yeller.
Old Yeller. I knew it.
Oh man!
I caught the dog eat dog pun there. I caught that.
And who? It's on me.
Yes, sir.
I was made to watch both movies, like I had said earlier. But I'm more happy and more glad that I had to watch Sounder than I had to watch Old Yeller. So I'm going with Sounder.
All right, OG.
Old Yeller is considered more of the classic than Sounder. But I just deep down, I even though it has sentimental value, I just liked Sounder better. I thought Sounder was a better movie, even though Old Yeller is actually better known and more known as the classic. So Sounder it is, man. I'm going with my dog. I'm going with my dog, baby.
All right. Well, I am going to give my vote to Old Yeller because it deserves to have at least one vote in this round. It's Old Yeller. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to say it doesn't deserve a vote. Interesting matchup coming up here, starting with OG. We have Stripes going up against The Exorcist.
Stripes.
And for me, I'm going with Stripes as well.
Razzle dazzle.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Yeah. I'm going Stripes also. Clean sweep for Stripes.
Yes.
That's a fact, Jack.
Ooh. This next one, starting with me, I think. We have The Birds versus Man on Fire. Fuck. Every time I think of The Birds and Alfred Hitchcock, I automatically think of Edgar Allan Poe. And then when I think of Man on Fire, I think of fucking Denzel and his versatility and the fucking badassery that is in that movie. I have to go with The Birds, though.
I'm gonna have to go with the movie that Denzel should have won his first Oscar for. Man on Fire.
Oh, geez.
Extremely tough decision because The Birds is a classic. The Birds is definitely groundbreaking cinema. I just wish it had more time. I gotta go with Man on Fire, baby.
Oh,
Man on Fire movie.
Man on Fire. All right. Next up, starting with Big Ed, we have Pretty Woman versus Caddyshack.
Grandma, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go with my favorite of the two movies. I'm going with Caddyshack.
OG.
I'm going Caddyshack.
Oh, a clean sweep, sadly, with Caddyshack.
Sorry, Grandma. I love you. But it just wasn't Pretty Woman's year.
No. Moving on to the semis of the first side of the bracket, starting with OG. We have Sounder versus Stripes. Yeah, it doesn't get any easier from here.
Okay, I can't lie. I cannot tell a lie. Sounder, I have sentimental value. I love the movie. I cried. You don't understand. I was a kid watching this in my first time going to a movie theater, and I bawled. I cried, man, like hard. But Stripes was better. I liked it, but so I'm going with Stripes.
Bro, I'm gonna make this easy on you because I have to go Stripes as well.
Yeah, I'm. You didn't make it easy. I mean, you made it was already easy to me because it was down to which movie am I gonna watch first.
Right.
If they're both on, which movie am I gonna watch? And I'm gonna watch Stripes.
All right.
I was just looking for that movie earlier today.
Ooh. Final movie or matchup for the semifinals of this side of the bracket. Man on Fire versus Caddyshack. Oh shit, it starts with me. Bill Murray versus fucking Denzel Washington. You want to talk about an unexpected matchup that makes you want to... You just can't figure out what the hell you're going to do. I'm going to go with Caddyshack.
And it's on me.
It is.
Damn. I hate to break OG's heart like this. But once again, it comes down to if they're both on, which movie am I going to watch? And I like to laugh. So I'm also going to have to go with Caddyshack because that's the movie I would watch if they were both on.
If they were both on, it's not even close. I'm watching Man on Fire because Man on Fire is fucking phenomenal, Doug. Yeah, I would be going Man on Fire by. I mean, it's close. I ain't gonna say by a landslide, but firmly, Man on Fire. There's no doubt about it. But it is what it is. I'm not mad. Caddyshack's a good movie, man. It was a lot of fun, a fun movie, but it doesn't belong. Man on Fire. Man on Fire is better. I don't give a fuck.
All right.
You know what that means, though, right?
Yeah.
But that means
It's a Murray. Yeah, it's a Murray on Murray crime coming on in the finals.
Y'all Bill Murray
first side of the bracket. Final matchup of this side of the bracket: Bill Murray versus Bill Murray. Murray on Murray violence. We
say that, but Rodney Dangerfield is better in Caddyshack than Bill Murray for me.
Oh yeah,
100% agree. We have starting with Big Ed, Stripes versus Caddyshack.
I'm still gonna have to go with Stripes.
OG.
I'm going Caddyshack.
Oh, fuck off.
You did that on purpose.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. This put me in a position. I gotta make the deciding vote on this. Oh, man. Both of these movies are fucking amazing. Actually, OG brought up a really good point. Rodney Dangerfield. Caddyshack moves on.
All right.
All right, so Caddyshack is the finalist for the first side of the bracket, and after this little short break, we will move on to the second side of the brackets, to some more fun matchups, to say the least.
You tuned in to the Waves verse, baby. Ooh. Ooh. You know, I noticed the music played louder when I talk to it, so that's why I'm doing this. It's not because I just want to talk to the beats were dropping. It didn't have to. So I say, ooh. A little reggae vibe going on with y'all. A rhythm soul. Reggae instrumental. Tune in to the Waves first, and we are counting down and trying to get down to the greatest movie of all times. Caddyshack won that round, and it moves on to face the winner of this round. We got 16 more movies to get through right now, and the winner will face off against Caddyshack. And then we'll have ourselves a winner to move on to the Elite Eight to join the other 5 that's already there. And I don't know. Am I here by myself?
No, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Big Ed's here. Big Ed's is back. Big Ed's. Waze is back now as well. So, yeah, we're back and we are back in living color, full-fledged, no holds barred, ready to rock and roll. So, Joe, let's get this party started. This is the second 16 of the night, and I'm curious. I'm dead curious.
Hey, so y'all remember when we got to this part of the brackets and we were putting our movies together, it got really deep really quickly.
I know one thing. I'm still upset about Man on Fire.
This side of the bracket,
Caddyshack first.
I'm saying, this side of the bracket though, it gets interesting to say the least. First matchup might not be as interesting, but definitely a toss up. We have Salt versus Cujo.
Who's it on?
It's on Big Ed.
Oh, Cujo.
Waze is on. It's on you, Waze.
Oh yeah, reverse order. My bad.
Sir.
Yeah, I gotta go Cujo as well.
Oh man, I'm going Salt all day.
Sorry, Angelina Jolie, but
I'm going Salt all day. It ain't even close. It ain't even close for me. It's Salt all day.
I've been stuck in the car because of a damn dog.
Right.
So I'm going Cujo all day long on that
Cujo for the same reason as Jaws. That motherfucker made everybody afraid of dogs just as much as Jaws made everybody afraid of sharks.
I don't give a fuck. I'm going Salt all motherfucking day. Salt had twist after twist after that motherfucker had twist on top of the twist was twisted. Salt was the last movie, man. Salt was Salt all fucking day. It ain't even close for me.
All right.
Next up.
Starts with me next. Then we got Groundhog's Day versus Powder. Now, I already know, Mom, I know you're going to be watching this. And I'm going to make the right decision because I like this movie way more than I like the other. I'm going to go with Powder.
OG, it's on you.
And it's Powder against what?
Groundhog's Day.
Oh, Groundhog's Day. Easy.
Nah, it's not that easy. I don't know, because I sat and watched it with my mom, and the way my mom explained the movie to me, it hit a lot deeper. I'm going with Powder also.
Powder beats out Groundhog's Day.
It's interesting because, see, y'all brothers, so y'all got similar tastes. I'm like on an island by myself. I'm the only one who got like this.
Hold on, OG.
No, I'm not holding no shit. I ain't holding no shit. I ain't holding no shit. Powder is not better than Groundhog's Day, and fucking Ghoulies is not better than Gremlins.
Oh, shit. He's still on the last bracket.
You a damn lie.
He's still mad about that last bracket.
That's a family thing. Y'all got similar tastes in movies. And
But no, it's actually not because we
look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. You tell me that Ghoulies is even close to Gremlins. Give me a break.
But we didn't grow up together.
Yeah, we honestly didn't. We didn't meet until what I was 16.
Don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter if you grew up together. You still got similar likeness, man.
All right.
And some movies is just on y'all. There's no way that fucking Groundhog Day goes down to fucking punk ass powder. All right.
This next matchup, starting with OG, definitely is not going to have a family.
I'm speaking for the people on that. Y'all know goddamn well powder is bullshit. Y'all know. I got y'all back though. I got y'all back.
For anyone who actually believes this, please take the time to watch Powder and tell me different.
And give me Salt wasn't better than that. But man, come on now. Give me a break. Come on, give me a break, man. Y'all know. Y'all, I got y'all back here.
Right.
I'm the people right now. I'm speaking for the people.
All right, OG. This one's on you starting up. We have Saw, the Saw franchise, up against John Q.
I loved the first Saw. I liked the second Saw, and I got kind of worn out on Saw. John Q is incredible. I'm with John Q easy.
Big Ed?
I'm going John Q also. That should have been the second movie that Denzel won an Oscar for.
Matter of fact, I'm going to take 2 shots for this because it absolutely deserves it. John Q as well. I love Saw. The Saw franchise was not as on par as the first 2, but those first 2 were fucking remarkable, to say the least. Because at that time, we needed a horror movie that made us think. But John Q. I don't need to say anything. John Q. John Q moves on.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough out.
Yes. Big Ed. We have Mr. and Mrs. Smith versus the Predator franchise.
I'm going with Arnold and Carl Weathers in Predator.
I am gonna go with Angelina and Brad with Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, see, he knows Salt should have won. I'm going with Predator.
All right. Oh, really? I don't like this matchup at all. Ghostbusters versus Where the Red Fern Grows. For me, this is a lot more difficult. I just realized something. We have a lot of Bill Murray going on in this bracket. But Ghostbusters is, man, that was fun to watch. Not even just amazing to watch, it was fun to watch. Where the Red Fern Grows, though, that is a piece of cinema history as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to go with Where the Red Fern Grows.
And it's up to me.
Goes on to OG, and then you get the final vote.
Well, to me, it comes down to if I was in trouble, who I'm gonna call?
You're gonna call the Ghostbusters. But as in the book and as in the movie, I'm actually gonna call on them 2 dogs and where the Red Fern Grows. It was one of those. It's another one of those books and movies that I was made to watch. That I was glad I was made to watch them.
Another one of those situations where I'm with the people. I got y'all back. I feel like, what the fuck are they talking about? But I got y'all.
It's kind of coincidental because it's on you now, OG. after this decision. Again. And this is a matchup I personally like, or I don't like, because I know the one I'm going to go with is not going to win. 1984 versus Paid in Full.
I'm going with Paid in Full.
I'm gonna go with 1984.
Oh shit! Now I actually have the decision to make on this one, and I love both of these movies, absolutely. But the one that I enjoyed the most and related to me the most was Paid in Full. I'm gonna go Paid in Full. Ooh.
So Paid in Full moves on.
Paid in Full moves on. Big Ed. You get the next matchup. Pet Cemetery versus the Evil Dead franchise.
Oh, that's no choice for me. Evil Dead.
For me?
Cult classic.
For me personally, yeah, Evil Dead is a cult classic, but not fair, Daddy. Not fair. I'm going Pet Cemetery.
For me, neither one of these belong in this field. I can think of several movies that's not in this field better than both. But I'm going to go with Pet Cemetery because that's the one I've heard of.
All right. Pet Cemetery moves on.
This bracket is going downhill fast right now, in my opinion. Right now, from here forward, this bracket is trash.
Next up, starting with me, we have The Shining versus the Ocean's films. Ocean's franchise.
Ocean's 11, 12, 13.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Ocean's 11.
Yeah, I guess I should have clarified. Starting with me, we got Here's Johnny. I'm going Shining.
Yeah, that's a scene that's undeniably unforgettable. Ocean's 11 I loved. I cannot say the same for any of the sequels. The first one, if they would have stopped there, I would be voting Ocean's 11 over The Shining, even though it seems like a tough call. I would be going with Ocean's 11. But because I didn't like the sequels, it kind of took away from the first one. So if they were both on, I would probably watch Man on Fire. So I'm going to go with The Shining.
Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting that.
Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall, you got a clean sweep this round because I'm also going to Shining.
All right. Moving on to round 2 of this second side of the bracket. We have Cujo versus Powder. Starting with OG.
I pass.
Cujo versus what?
Powder.
Oh, Cujo.
OG.
I pass. I don't like neither one of these fucking movies, man. This is both trash. I have no dog in this fight.
Well, at least choose one to have one move on.
I don't like neither one. I'm a 0 on this bracket. I'm a 0 right now.
Flip a coin?
Cujo. I'll say Cujo. Just so Powder can lose.
I'll go Cujo as well.
Just so the one can lose. I just need one of them fucking movies to lose. This bracket is trash officially, folks. I apologize. I apologize on behalf of the crew for this trash ass bracket.
Hey, Waze plugged them into the algorithm, so.
Yep.
These days, he plugged a bunch of movies that didn't belong. That's the problem.
Hey, we all voted for these movies or put these movies on the brackets.
No, we didn't.
Doesn't
We
go
didn't all.
completely on
No,
me.
we didn't all vote for these movies. We picked. Each person picked one. So I didn't put neither one of these trash ass movies in this damn bracket. No, I didn't. Don't put that on me.
All right. Well, here's your opportunity. Oh, starting with Big Ed, though. Here's your opportunity to choose who goes on to the next round of versus Cujo. We have John Q versus Predator.
Oh, John Q.
Okay, I guess you don't really get to pick John Q.
John Q. Easy.
All right. Next up, starting with me, is Where the Red Fern Grows versus Paid in Full. Goddamn. I gotta go Paid in Full.
I'm gonna pay it in full as well.
I'm still gonna give Where the Red Front Girls is vote.
Thank you, bro. All right. Next up, starting with OG. Pet Cemetery versus The Shining.
I'll go with The Shining.
You get?
Both Stephen King movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going with The Shining.
Yeah, I have to go with The Shining as well. All right, semis of this side of the bracket. Big Ed, it starts with you. This should be interesting. Cujo versus John Q. What happened?
I'm going John Q.
Oh, everything froze up on me. I was like, what? He had a serious look on his face after smiling. I'm like, did he just go clear psychopath on me? But when it comes to these two movies, John Q is a dead winner.
Yeah, it's
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. All right. Starting with me, we got Paid in Full versus The Shining.
I'm going to Shining.
Or
It
starts. Wait.
My bad.
Okay, so it starts with OG?
You.
Me?
Yep.
I knew that. I'm going Paid in Full.
I'm going with The Shining.
Shining moves on.
Final matchup of this side of the bracket before our break. We have, starting with OG, John Q versus The Shining.
John Q.
You get?
Oh man, goddamn. I'm gonna go with The Shining.
Jack Nicholson versus fucking Denzel Washington. Are you fucking serious right now?
Yep.
I really was hoping you made it easier on me. Shining is an absolute classic. It's undeniably a classic. John Q, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if you guys agree, is an absolute instant classic. I have to go with John Q on this. John Q moves on.
John Q moves on. Thank God, out of this trash ass bracket, we somehow got a good movie out of it. I don't know how it happened, but whew, that shit was. I need a fucking gummy. That was That was hard. Ooh, the breakdown. Come on. What you got? Drop that beat on it one time. Come on back. Hey. Big Ed is back in the building, man. This is the Waves verse, man. We are counting down to the greatest movie of all times. And it's time for us to pick a winner for tonight. We've been through 32 movies. We've narrowed these 32 down to 2. And it is time to make the final vote on the final 2. But before we do that, Waves, what we got coming next week?
Next week is our little, it's going to be interesting to say the least. I saw the full bracket, obviously. But here's 4 movies that have made the cut for this next bracket. We have Harlem Nights. We have The Warriors.
Ooh.
We have Planet of the Apes.
Ooh.
And we have The Pursuit of Happiness. Next week, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be fucking amazing, and I cannot wait for us to get to it.
Sounds like a good one, man. Sounds like a good one. So tonight, what's our final 2 we got?
Tonight we got Caddyshack versus John Q.
Ooh,
the winner of this round will go on to the final bracket to face off between Hotel Rwanda, Blues Brothers, Boys in the Hood, Black Panther, and Purple Rain.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's shaping up to be a strong final 8. Who is it on for this final vote for tonight's winner?
Starts with Big Ed. Actually, I'm going to switch things up. Let's start it off with me.
Okay.
I am going to go Bill Murray versus fucking Denzel again. Caddyshack versus John Q. I got to go John Q.
Oh,
OG,
it's on me.
it's on you.
I am. This is 2 good movies, actually. It's actually come down to a good 2. But there is no way in hell that I will even give Big Ed the opportunity to let Caddyshack beat Denzel twice in one night. So I'm going to go John Q.
Although we all know that Caddyshack should move on.
We all know Man on Fire should have beat Caddyshack.
I'm sorry, but if 2 movies are on, I'm watching Caddyshack.
That's okay. That's you using my philosophy because you always use my philosophy. But the truth is, there's no way Caddyshack is better than Man on Fire. It ain't happening. And there's no way in hell it's going to beat John Q and Man on Fire in one fucking night. Ain't happening. No. Forget about it. Forget about it. I would rather have Man on Fire in place of John Q, but I'll take John Q. And John Q moves on. I don't fuck with Big Ed talking about. I don't give a fuck what he watching.
All right, so John Q.
No, you watching the same thing.
I ain't watching Caddyshack over no fucking John Q or Man on Fire. You crazy. Crazy as hell. Watching white folks over Denzel movie, man. Man on Fire. Nigga, he cut his finger off and then stopped the bleeding with the cigarette lighter from the car. Nigga, come on, man.
So John Q moves on and joins Hotel Rwanda, Blues Brothers, Boys in the Hood, Black Panther, and Purple Rain in the final Elite Eight.
The Elite Eight is shaping up to be something special, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that through all the BS that slides through, in the end, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be it's pretty black. It's pretty dark in the Elite Eight so far too. It's pretty dark out there.
Yeah, Blues Brothers only white movie.
That's it, and there's a whole bunch of black folks in that one. Quite frankly,
They're trying to be black.
They got a lot of black friends in that movie. So, hey, it's gonna be fun, man. This was fun as always. Make sure you catch us again next week. This is the Waves Verse, where we are counting down to the #1 movie of all time. We only have 2 more rounds before we get to the Elite Eight, and after the Elite Eight, that means 3 more rounds, and we're gonna have a final. We're gonna have a winner. It's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. We may have to have a conversation about what we're gonna do for the final show because it's only 8 movies.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be how we gonna come down to one? You know, how we gonna make it last? Gotta make it last forever. But check us out next week, man. We will be back. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson on behalf of Big Ed and Waves. Thanks for joining us in the Waves Verse for the greatest movie of all time. We will be back again, same time, same place next week. Peace out. Hey.
Just need to clear my mind.